Welcome to the very first episode of the Daily Setup. If you're tired of filtering through hours of financial noise, random hype, and outdated news just to find a clean trade, you are in the right place. Every single day from Monday to Friday, I will strip away the fluff, look directly at the charts to deliver high signal, actionable structural levels. I will try to bridge the gap between legacy markets and digital frontier. That means that in under 10 minutes every day, you will get exact key levels for crypto, tokenized UX, stocks, global indices, and also commodities. The goal here isn't to guess where the market is going, but to have high probability setups for the session ahead so you can manage your risk like a professional. So today is Jan 23rd, and we have a massive setup brewing for the US dollar index hitting a high major inflection point. So let's get into the first segment for the show, which is the macro anchor. In this, we look at different macro anchors, and today the most important macro anchor that we are going to look at is US dollar index. Now, DXY chart, because that is currently the most important chart when you look at the macro setup. It is currently trying to breaking out of an important level of 100.3. It has broken out of it. We are looking at a weekly chart, so we need a follow-up candle over here to see if it really wants to go higher. But the key pivot point for me is 103.4. Why that is a key pivot point on the weekly level? Because as you can see over here, back in 2017 and also in 2020, this acted as a macro top. So if DXY starts tagging this area and starts consolidating above 103.4, then I think that would be a very uh, bad news for risk on assets because that would mean a very strong US dollar. Even currently, because of this move, we can already see almost every asset over there which is correcting, whether it is stocks, crypto, or gold. So this is an important level 100.3. Again, you can see over here very clearly this acted as a resistance, and back from 2022 all the way to 2025, this acted as support. Hence, this is a very important level. It is currently trying to break out on the weekly. If we zoom in, we can very clearly see it's breaking out on the weekly. If we see a follow-up of this candle, then the probability of it tagging 103.4 will be higher. Again, we're looking at a weekly chart. If we go on the daily chart, you can already see there is a strong momentum or the breakout on the daily. But even this, you can make a case of being an interim resistance, which is at 107, 101.7. But overall, in my opinion, as long as US dollar stays below 103.4, I don't see uh, a major warning sign. But yes, for now, there will be some stress as long as it is above 100.3 on the risk on assets. So welcome to the second segment of the show, which is the digital frontier. Over here, we are looking at some stocks, tokenized stocks, as well as crypto, whatever provides us with good trading opportunity. And on the Apple stock, there is a good trading opportunity. Currently, we're looking at Apple on the daily chart. And if you look at on the daily chart, then you can see that it is bouncing from the previous pivotal level, which was at around 288, 290. This was a high from where we could see a massive correction all the way down to 246, then a bounce, and eventually it broke out of this zone. And it is currently testing this previous resistance into support, and it is finding this bounce. So there are two trading opportunities over here. First, on the daily, what are important levels? 290 is a pivotal level, and as long as Apple stays above 290, it will likely go and retest the higher resistance one, which is at the new all-time high of around $320 region. But if at all it loses 290 as a support on daily, then I see it going all the way down to 266. So depending whether you are a bear or a bull, there are two interesting trading setups for both. And let's go to the 4-hour chart and see what it is. So As long as we can capture a good move, we don't care whether stock goes up or down. So there are two important levels on the interim. Uh, One is at, let me first, yeah. So these are two levels that I see on the 4-hour chart. One is at 302, 303. This is an interim resistance you can see over here. And it also tested as resistance yesterday. So if this remains as resistance, and let's see, market gives you an opportunity where it is trading at around 302, 303. And if you see a good rejection, then that gives you one shorting opportunity. The other shorting opportunity can be once it starts consolidating below 290, it loses this as support, and that is a clear shorting opportunity where the target one would be 275, target two would be 265. If you're looking for longs, if there is an opportunity where 290, you see there's a market gives you a dip around 288, $290 region, and that is holding as support, then yes, there is a long opportunity over there. Or market does something like this, it reclaims this support, then there's a long opportunity. First target is 30T, second target is 320. And the other long opportunity is if market gives you a correction and it reaches this support of 275, that is an interim support. And if that support holds, then that is also long opportunity all the way back to 290. And also if there is some push to 302. So you can see that stock is currently reacting exactly opposite of what DXY is. If DXY will further give a bullish rally, then this stock is most likely to come down. If you see DXY will correct from here, then this stock is most likely to go up. So there are trading opportunities on both sides, and that's why I'm sharing this stock with you. And since now we can trade tokenized stocks on our crypto exchanges, so I don't think we need to limit ourselves to just crypto. We can trade stocks, we can trade commodities, wherever market is giving us an opportunity to trade, we will trade it. And that's why I have decided to make a daily show where I share some good opportunities that I see. And I can be wrong. Trading is all about probability. So make sure you know the basics, you know how to trade, and only then invest your hard earned money or your capital into trading, or else don't take any risk. If you're a newbie, first learn how to trade, only then trade, in my opinion. Welcome to the third segment of the show, hard assets and indices. And in today's hard assets and indices, we are going to see gold. Now, gold has corrected like every other asset, and it is reaching an important point, which is at around 3950 to $4,000 region. As long as this holds, you can see over here, if there is some kind of move over here and we see some consolidation, then it can again go back up. But overall, it's in a massive downtrend. So this is also something to keep an eye on. If we go on the daily, you can see very clearly, and let me just show you with the help of EMAs. So what you can see over here, the daily 21 daily EMA has crossed 200 daily EMA. So this is kind of a death cross, and you can see this death cross has already happened on gold. So gold has broken out of this massive uptrend that it was in, and it's currently approaching its first very important support, which is at around 350, sorry, 3950 to $4,000 region. As long as that holds, we can say that gold can even make some kind of a sideways momentum, consolidate before moving further down, unless there is some massive DXY move. If DXY moves in a violent way, then I see gold again further crashing. But this is an important level. So if you are looking to even trade gold, as long as this downtrend holds, any good bounce is a good shorting opportunity for gold. And the next major move for gold can be over here when it loses this support of 3950. So if gold loses this support, just let me, if gold loses this support of around 3950, then I think there is again a good massive move which you can capture because the next major support is directly at 3,500. And this can be a good move if you want to short gold. If you're looking to long gold, any good reclaim of 3,950, if let's say gold moves down and it reclaims this zone, that is a good zone, or else it's holding this zone as support and you see DXY weakening, then there will be an interim bounce on gold. But overall, this is a downtrend that it needs to break, or downtrending resistance that it needs to break. Next major bullish move for gold would be only if it is able to break this downtrend. So overall, the gold on daily has become bearish. If we go on the 4 hour, you can again see how the EMAs are acting as resistance. So on the 4 hour, 200 EMA on the 4 hour is a good zone to short gold if there is some bounce on the gold move. So this is a good scenario to understand that even gold is correcting, which is generally a safe haven asset. So currently, because of DXY, every asset on the planet, whether it is stock, crypto, or gold, that is correcting and that is providing a good trading opportunity if you want to trade. So ideally, if you are not already short on gold, my suggestion would be, again, this is not a financial advice, wait for it to break down 3,950, and if at all it breaks down 3,950, loses this end support, then that's a good move. Or else if there is some kind of a bounce, and then you can make a good trading opportunity on gold as well. So that's it for today's show. Please let me know if you find this valuable. I will make sure to give you updates on daily basis and make daily new episodes. I need your support, so subscribe to the channel. Take care, everyone.